Hi you all and welcome to Draw Along with me. Today we will be practicing lip syncing in the Procreate Dreams app for iPad. Grab your Apple Pencil and your iPad and let's get started. Select the new movie that you would like to use. I am using screen size. Click Empty. Go to the camera app on your iPad. You can find it in the top right corner usually. Select Video. Press Record and then say Spring Break. Spring break. Spring break. You can check it. Spring break. Spring break. And redo it if you need to. Go back to Procreate Dreams. Click the plus symbol. Select Video. Choose the video you just recorded. Press Add. Play. Spring break. Spring break. Spring break. Pause. Shorten the video to the audio you'd like to use. Spring break. Spring break. Spring break. Press pause. Carry the video to the very front or beginning of the timeline. 3-finger push out and trim it as much as you need to. Spring break. Spring. I finally got that little noise out. That was probably from my hand hitting the iPad or the table. Definitely leave some space at the beginning, so if there's not in your recording, just move a little bit down. 2-finger tap, 2-finger quick tap to undo, 3-finger quick tap to redo, 3-finger to redo, 2 to undo. With this selected or highlighted pink and without any of these options on, you should be able to hover above this. You'll see a pink dot in each corner. You can put your pencil or finger outside of it and push it out. Now, if you cannot see those by hovering or by clicking here, you could tap. That might work as well. Click the plus symbol to add track. Make sure the playhead is at the beginning. I'll go ahead and turn down the audio on mine so you don't have to listen to it. With the playhead at the beginning, click on the squiggle for drawing mode. Whenever you'd like to, you can click here to get to background color and to edit the onion skins. I'll leave the background color white for now because it's easier to see the border. Click on the brush tool and select the brush you'd like to make your lines with. I'm using Inking Technical Pen. Make sure the opacity is at 100 and choose whatever brush size you'd like to make your lines with. Click on the color circle and select the color you'd like to make your lines with. These will be the outlines. When you like the settings for your brush, grab the little gray bar and drag it up. We're going to make the skeletons for each of the mouth poses. So these are going to be just skeletons. You can decorate them later. Draw an oval or a circle for the head, whatever you prefer. Draw the area for the neck and the area for the shoulder. Everything will be in side view, so choose which direction your character will be facing, to the left or to the right. Mine will be facing to the right. And here is the first mouth pose. press and hold the eraser to get the same brush, which is inking technical pen if you're using the same. You can also change the eraser to something different. I actually prefer painting round brush most of the time in this app. So the teeth are going to be showing. That will be all for this pose. Remember, this is the skeleton, so it doesn't have to look any kind of nice quite yet. This will be the A pose. Let's keep going. Press on this picture and duplicate. Use the eraser to take out the A and replace it with a B. So this one will be kind of a vowel sound. So we will leave the teeth and top lip about where they are and draw down. Scrub back and forth like this to make sure you like the placement. I think the lip on my A pose should go out just a little bit further, but we can always correct these kinds of things later. Press on this picture and duplicate. Erase the B and replace it with a C. Here, this is going to be the closed mouth. So go ahead and press it back up to this space. Something like this should be okay. Press on this picture and duplicate. This will be the D pose, so take out the C and replace it with a D. Erase and draw it in. Grab the little gray bar and throw it down to get back to the timeline. Find the B pose, press, copy, press at the end, paste. So now we've got A, B, C, D, B. Find the A pose, press on it, copy, press at the end, paste. Now we have A, B, C, D, B, A. Find the C pose, press on it, copy, press on the end, paste. Now we have all of the skeletons for the mouths for this audio. So next, I will turn up the audio and I will scrub back and forth like this to find where the sounds should be placed. Now you can pick up and carry these, try to keep them in the same order. You can press and drag to extend them. This one at the end is going to go a lot longer to make sure that the loop has time before it resets. So here I'm turning up the audio to scrub and find where to place these mouths. This one is the K. So it needs to go here, about here anyway. This one is a vowel sound. So it needs to go about here, A. This one is going to be the bruh. So it needs to go down here somewhere. Adjust these to make them match your audio. This one needs to go down here. It will be the end of spring, spring. This one is a vowel, so it needs to go down here. And this one is the beginning. That's actually pretty close. I'll try extending this. That might be shorter. Keep playing with these until you like your result. If you're trying to drag one that's next to another one and you cannot do that, press until one side highlights pink, then put your finger of your other hand down and it should allow you to free trim at that time. Feel free to pause the video and look at the placement of mine, though yours could be different depending on the speed of how you said spring break. Play to test it.
Spring break. Spring.
Pause. Click on the first picture. Here we're going to set up so that we can create the characters. Now that you've got these placed, only create the characters on the first four, A, B, C, and D. We can copy these and put them as replacements for these pictures later. So remember, just do the work for 4 of them because you can use duplicates or copies to replace these other ones. Click on the first one, click on the 2 squares, plus symbol first. This is the layer where you can start adding the line work for your character. On the bottom layer where the skeleton is, click on the N. Drag the opacity slider down to where you can see it, but you can also work more clearly on this top layer. You should see that your color is correct here. Click to the next one. Same thing. Tap on the 2 squares, plus symbol to add a new layer first. On the bottom one, use the capital N to lower the opacity. You should see your color on this top one is working just fine to create the character. Click on the next one. Tap on the 2 squares, plus symbol to add a new layer. Click on the capital N on the bottom one to lower the opacity. Make sure the color is working on the top one. One more. Click on this next picture. Tap the 2 squares, plus symbol to add a new layer. Click on the capital N on the bottom layer and lower the opacity. Check to make sure the top layer is working for your color. Now go back to the first one or this first A pose and create the character on this top layer. Remember that just like in Procreate, you're going to need to create closed shapes for your lines because later on when you try to drag and drop the color, it goes all over the place. Don't worry, just use a 2-finger tap to undo, close the open shape, and then you can freely drag and drop the color. Undo with a 2-finger tap whenever you need to, and redo with a 3-finger tap whenever you need to. So go ahead on each of these first 4, A, B, C, D. Click on the first one. Start here on this layer. Create the character on A. If, like me, you would like more space to work, as long as you're on this one, grab the little gray bar and throw it up to be in flipbook mode. Whenever you have your character ready for this A pose, click on the Layers panel, the 2 squares button. Hide this bottom layer or the skeleton, or delete it if you prefer, by swiping left and clicking Delete. I will keep mine. In the flipbook, scroll until you find the next skeleton. Make sure you're on the top layer, and you should be able to tell because the color will be exactly how you wanted it to be. Trace everything exactly as it is, except for the mouth. So here I will start with the mouth, and then I will trace everything else. Here you should see the onion skin. Mine is purple. If you'd like to change that, it is found in the numbers at the bottom left under Edit Onion Skin. Backwards, mine are purple. Forwards, mine are orange. You can change how many frames you want to see, and I will probably do this later. I'll probably make it 1 backward and forward at some point. You can also change the opacity of the onion skins. Once you are done with the mouth, I do recommend to hide this skeleton so that you do not have to look at it anymore and you can focus on tracing the character that you already designed. All right, same thing. Once you finish tracing the bee pose, go ahead and swipe to the next skeleton. Make sure that you are on the correct layer. It will be dark like this. And you can trace the new mouth, which will be this one here. Remember that if the onion skins are getting to be too much, click here and edit onion skin. So now I will change this to be 1 in each direction just to make sure that I'm only seeing one this way and one that way. Go ahead and trace the mouth. Once you've traced the new mouth from the skeleton, definitely hide that layer, the bottom one, and trace the character that you have designed here on this top layer. Keep going. All right, same thing. Go ahead and swipe to the next pose. That's the D pose. And here, make sure you're on the correct layer and trace the new mouth pose. Again, once you've got that, you can click down here on this check mark to hide that skeleton. On this top layer, trace the last picture. After you've completed the D pose, grab the little gray bar from the flip book and throw it down. Here you have your drawings for each of the first 4. Definitely double check to make sure it's how you'd like it to be. And after that, go to each of these, press, this is B, press, delete. So A, B, press, copy, press, paste. Go to the next one, A, press to delete content. This is really short, so go ahead and drag the A down to about that length. Press on it, copy, press down here, paste. Remember to make your A at the beginning as long as it's supposed to be. This is the C, press, delete content, A, B, C, press, copy, press, paste. Definitely drag that out as long as you'd like it to be. If you'd like, you can make one short, press, duplicate, and lengthen this ending C. This is only if you'd like to separate it in order to add a blink. So here on this one, I will grab the little gray bar and erase most of the eye to add a blink. Definitely grab the little gray bar and throw it down. Zoom out with a 2-finger quick pinch, press play.
Spring break. Spring break.
I think the blink should be a little longer, so I will adjust it. You should adjust yours to whatever you'd like.
Spring break. Spring break. Spring break.
I'll make the ending C a little longer.
Break.
Pause. I will actually make the beginning a C as well. Shorten this, copy, paste to the beginning, zoom in if you need to, click away if you need to, and put everything back to where it's supposed to be. And keep testing it until you like it.
Spring break. Spring break. Spring break.
I actually do like that placement. Definitely check mine against yours if you'd like to. Press play.
Spring break.
I think that that is finally perfect for mine, so I will begin to color.
Break.
To color, click on the first one. And what we will do is select any color that you'd like from the color circle and drag and drop. So if you choose your skin color, drag and drop into each of the places for the skin. That would be the inside of the ear, the neck, the arms on mine, and then click to the next one and do the skin. This is how I do it to make it a faster process. Definitely add white into the spaces that have white, especially if you're going to change your background color, because as you can see, you see straight through those teeth otherwise. I'm going to undo and begin to color mine, and you should do the same. And I will again use classic, which is the square. Whenever you pick a color that you like for each piece, you can click down here to save it. Press to delete, or if it's a different color, press to set current color. All right, have fun with this part. Whenever you've got an open shape like that, just go ahead and close it. I will be moving my character up later into the camera frame just a little bit more. So I'll show you how to do that when we get to that point. So there's this weird glitch. If you try to add color in either direction here, you're gonna get some kind of cutoff for your color. So at this point, I will go ahead and show you how to group it all together so you can move it as one piece. So here, click out of the squiggle and go to the two rectangles for timeline edit mode. Using the pencil, drag across all of your pictures to highlight them pink. Press group. Click out of the two rectangles, hover above it. You should see the pink dots. You can make it smaller by dragging in. If you press the little curve, it will rotate. So make it smaller if you'd like to move it up to complete your coloring. Now maybe there's going to be another character over here, so I'll leave some space, or maybe this will just be open. Press play to make sure it's running correctly.
Spring break.
And go ahead and open up the group with this little V shape right there so that you can continue coloring each individual frame of your animation. Make sure to click back to the squiggle so you can keep coloring. If you end up not liking a color that you've already color dropped into, it's a little difficult to get rid of it since we are dropping the color directly into the line work. In order to do this properly, you'll have to change your color drop threshold. So drag the color above the space and push it to the left. Undo if you need to try it again and wait until it gets into only that space. Now it might end up recoloring other parts of your picture, so it may not be something you want to do. But if you need to do something like that, definitely try it. Now I will leave mine alone, so I will go ahead and raise my color drop threshold back up. I know it looks a little funny, I'll fix it. Undo, and I'm ready to keep going.
Spring break.
If you tap with 4 fingers on the screen, you can go into play mode if you would like to watch it. Use the rewind button here and then press play.
Spring break.
If you'd like it to loop instead of just stopping after one shot, press back here, click dream whatever the number is, choose timeline, and loop. Press done, 4-finger tap, play.
Spring break. Spring break. Spring break.
Pause, back. Here I will show you how to create a background. I won't do too much, but I will leave an example at the end of the video if you'd like to check that out. Make sure that the group is closed. You can move this later if you'd like to move your character. You'll just have to remember to click out of anything that's open here and then hover above it and move it to wherever you'd like it to be. So stay in the squiggle for drawing mode, plus symbol to add track. Press on this track so it moves down, so you can carry it down. You can put it under the video or under the character. Click here if you'd like to change the background color itself. You'll have to change the outside and the inside here. So pick whatever you like. Here I've selected a kind of a sky color. Grab the playhead, bring it to the beginning of your new track. Go ahead and with any color, make a mark outside of the space. That way you have something here. So go ahead and zoom in if you need to, click away if you need to, and press and drag so that your background is going to be there the whole time your animation is going. You can press end fill duration, but it goes to the end, which might be 15 or 30 seconds. And since your animation is only this long, like 2 seconds or so, it's a little easier to just drag it like this. So here in the brush tool, you have lots of the brushes from Procreate. I'll just demonstrate some simple clouds with the cloud brush here in Organic. It's called Rainforest, but you can design any background you'd like. And again, I'll have an example at the end of something I did earlier. So here I've chosen white, and I'm going to just make some big fluffy clouds for the background. They're not really going to move because it's a really quick animation, so I'm not going to move them across the page or anything like that. Definitely try something like that if you'd like to. Just checking to make sure the bottom of my character is out where it needs to be out.
Spring break.
Yeah, it looks like it. Perfect. Adjust anything you need to, and add anything else you'd like to, like a character or anything else. Remember, you can add tracks whenever you'd like to add something new. Definitely drag it out to be the length of your animation and have fun with it. Thank you so much for joining me here today to create this lip sync animation in the Dreams app. I really hope you had fun with this one. See you next time.
Spring break. Spring break. Spring break. Spring break.